Welcome back to Kebab Dev, everyone. I do apologize for the lack of videos ever since that first one. It wasn't really intentional. I did just kind of make this channel to have it at first, but I am going to start using it regularly now. I've just been really busy lately and not had much getting done, but that's going to change now because I've got a lot of projects I need to work on, and I keep coming up with new ones, so I should probably actually finish some every once in a while. So basically, this channel, as I probably mentioned in the first video, is just a catalog development of anything I'm working on. It's going to work in sync with a blog that I plan on writing. I will start putting the link in the description once I actually create the final blog and start writing it, which hopefully will be soon, if not already, by the time you see this. But the blog will have links to all the videos I post here, as well as, extra information and just little updates that aren't video worthy as well. But anyway, today we are starting out with a look, starting out with a look at my most recent project, the one I just started. I've been thinking about it for a little while now, I'd say like 2-3 weeks, but I just started actually working on it a few days ago, which is a Garry's Mod map, which I'm going to design for Trouble in Trader Town, which is a game that I really enjoy watching people play, but have never actually played myself because I don't have a good group to play it with. But regardless, my goal with this is just to make a very specific type of level, which is, this isn't an exact recreation, but it is very, very, very heavily inspired by the Targitzan Temple multiplayer level in Banjo-Tooie, which, as far as I can tell, nobody's ever recreated anything. I don't know. I tried to look up like a 3D model of it or something so I could be more accurate, but I couldn't find one. So my basic thing is I just walk around the map, look at it, and kind of recreate the details from there. So it's basically going to have the same layout. The sizes aren't going to be the exact same, and I'm going to add extra things like there'll be a bunch of props lying around, and the textures will be completely different. Textures right now, all the same thing, just a placeholder. It's kind of annoying to look at. I do apologize, but it'll make for a better difference in the future when we actually get to see what this place looks like. Assuming I can get the textures to work, because they seem a bit tricky. This is my first time really ever messing with 3D outside of like Minecraft, which doesn't really count. So I'm a complete noob at all this. But let's go ahead and just look. So these are the spawn points. We got some Counter-Strike ones and a TTT one because we test in Counter-Strike. This is like a map editor that came with Counter-Strike, I guess. But anyway, so this is like the T-shaped corridor, whereas this one goes up and that one will go down in the future. Over here, there is a secret door, and over here is this. This is probably gonna be a fun room because there'll be people up here. They can like jump down and shoot and stuff. There'll probably be like a pile of boxes you can climb up to get up, but otherwise you would have to go over here and climb up here and go through these. You have another secret passageway here that leads over to this room. And this, I believe, is the entrance in the actual game for when you're not in multiplayer. I'm probably going to put a trader room right there. So that's my plan, assuming I can figure out how to do trader rooms, which probably aren't too hard. I don't know. I'm going to have to decide a lot of things. But yeah, from here, you go down here. I think this was also the room that had like the clockwork thing right here, I believe. So what I would do is, once you got one, you could sit up in one of these, send a clockwork guy out, and he would collect a clockwork egg and then go out about the level. It was very fun. I liked Banjo-Tooie's multiplayer, even though it's a bit awkward. But yeah, this is what I have of the level so far. I'm pretty happy with it. It's been quite a lot of work. I mean, part of it's just learning this map editor. Like, forever, it took me, I don't even know how many hours to realize I can press X and then move things around and resize them in the 3D view, which is so useful. Would have been nice if the tutorial I watched had mentioned that. The tutorial I watched was terrible. I've pretty much stopped doing everything that tutorial taught me within the first hour. Learned my own techniques. And there's a lot of things that are probably going to change. Like, right now I'm making all my walls the same width, even if they don't need to be. There's probably an advantage to making them not that width. Maybe even completely flat. I don't know. And I've changed my ramp technique a few times. There's multiple ways to make ramps. Using this tool seems to be the best way, because it lets you combine the ends so that you don't have a thickness there. But yeah, that is the level as it looks right now. You can look at these. This part is just really annoying because like you click on stuff, it doesn't select anything, which makes sense. It'll select one thing every once in a while. I don't know how it decides. I guess if you click on the actual line is how it selects, but just click inside something, it often won't. It's a bit strange. These views are not the most useful. You can change the views. There's other views here, but I've never messed with them. These are the standard ones. I figured out how to do this and all that. It's been a fun learning experience, but this is probably the only map I'll ever make in Garry's mod, unless for some reason there's a reason to make more. But anyway, so next up, let's go ahead and actually run the map and hope that this all captures correctly. I can't actually preview my capture when doing this because this program likes to switch screens on me. Alright, so if this all works correctly, I've never actually played Counter-Strike Source, so yeah. You get this weird effect whenever you don't have a skybox, so it's kind of fun. I mean, you can do stuff like that, and you get to see the particles, do stuff like that. I don't know, do this, fun stuff. Yeah. But anyway, this was just a test object I made, but I think I might use it to make like a trap where the whole room comes down and squishes you. I did have fun and made it so that these will do 1 damage like that, which I just think is funny. They're a bit slow because that's how they are in the actual game. I think I made them maybe slightly faster, especially because you can make it through before they open, but that is how that works. So yeah, we can go ahead and run over here, and I do apologize for the terrible textures, but yeah, that's going to be my biggest project, I think, in this whole map, is trying to actually get the textures decent. Hopefully it doesn't require redoing the whole thing, but even if it does, this has just been a fun little project. Now, one change I have made is you can't actually make it through this. You can't do that in the game because there's no crouching in Banjo-Tooie, but I made it to where you can just barely make it through that, which I think is more fun. It takes a little bit of effort. If you're like running away from someone, you're gonna have to be like, ah, and do that and be very slow. Don't know why that's there. That's not supposed to be there. Mistake. There's a lot of little mistakes. I've got a lot of corners that don't quite meet stuff. But yeah, you can be like this and then pop up and ah, it'll be fun. Fun stuff. And then we have this shortcut, which is my most recent addition to this map, I think. Well, not really. The most recent addition is the area over here, which is why it's incomplete. Yeah, I was just working on this whenever I started recording. So as you can see, yeah, this is going to be a little tunnel where you'll have a little zigzag and then you'll come out in here. And this is one of the 2 rooms that has a bunch of pillars in it. And that's about all there is to this room. It's just a bunch of pillars, and then you have this way and that way. And I think that's all there is in this room, really. There might be a little extra thing somewhere that I can't remember. But yeah. So that is what I have so far. It's going to be fun. I think it'll look really good once it's done, assuming I can get the textures working. And yeah, I think it'll be a fun little map. I mean, I think it's big enough to actually be usable. If not, I can always make it bigger. I could work in one of the other levels as an extension to it. I'm not opposed to changing things. That's why I'm not like measuring things out and doing it exact. I'm just having fun. It's up there, because why not? I do like how you can see that little particle effect. It's fun stuff. But yeah, so you will be seeing more of this in the future. I am determined to finish this project, or at least try. So yeah, don't be surprised when you see... I'll probably do another video when we have a completed layout of the map, and I'll probably have done a few little extra things in there, like maybe I'll learn how to do a trader trap and add that in. Not 100% certain on traps. I feel like there should be one involving this, though. I'm not sure what. But yeah, that is my, I think I'm going to call it Targitzan's Revenge. I think that's what I'm going to call the name. I have to look up and see if anyone's used that. It wouldn't surprise me if someone had. Yeah, that does remind me of this cool effect. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yes, that is Targitzan's Revenge. Work in progress name. See more of it in the future. Bye!